In today's video, I'll be showing you how you can come from a gun that's look like this, that's completely stock, to a gun that looks like this. This is a fully customized AEG airsoft rifle. I customize it all myself, including the motor, trigger, and many other upgrades. So we're gonna be showing like the differences between each gun and how they perform based on their upgrades and upgrades they might not have. We'll start out with just shooting the gun simply. Okay, so it feeds, and the only one upgrade I've done to this gun is change the nozzle out. You can't see it inside the gun, but the nozzle is the thing that moves back and forth from the temper plate from inside the gearbox, and it's making space for the BBs to push forward into the hop up and blow the air. And the one that I put inside has an O-ring in it, so it's making that air seal way better than what it was before. And that's not really going to help you be better on the field, more so just keep your shots and accuracy better if it already wasn't. So we're just going to shoot this. Everything else is stock though. Run out. Oh, I run out already. I'm tripping. Okay, but that's no big deal. I forgot to load that magazine up all the way, and that magazine I was using was a mid-cap magazine. I brought many others out, and this is the stock mag that this gun came with. High cap magazine, 300 rounds. But guns that come out stock, like you just buy them and they be like this, they're perfectly fine still. But if you want a faster gun, faster trigger response, that's the trigger response of it stock, and it's not shooting at nothing bad. It's shooting at this wood right here. So that's trigger response, and full auto is this. In which that's nothing wrong at all. Any faster you probably wouldn't be allowed to use, even though you really can't use full auto at a field anyways. But trigger response is something mainly wanted in airsoft guns. And to achieve a faster one, people usually change the motor or the trigger itself, or even put a MOSFET. And this doesn't have no MOSFET or nothing. Stock trigger contacts and a fuse. So yeah. There's nothing wrong with this gun, you know, fully operatable, and can do good damage on the field. You can definitely get some players out with this. But now you step into a different area in airsoft. You have guns like these, fully customized, and nothing inside this gun is stock. And basically it has a MOSFET, what I've talked about. The other gun doesn't have a motor, faster motor, way faster than the stock one. It's in the other gun. And adjustable trigger, as you can see, has that little screw right there. Makes the trigger pull lighter than what it's supposed to be. And this is how it looks. See how faster that is than the other gun? I'm gonna switch to a high cap. Right here is the high cap magazine we want to use. And this is 3-round burst. It's very fast. And basically, what's inside this gearbox is a normal gear ratio, except the sector gear is a DSG, so it cuts the gear ratio in half, making this an 18-to-1 into a 9-to-1, and makes it way faster than before. And as you can see, I have this big battery on here. This is an RC car battery, and that definitely, well, this does need that because this is a DSG, and the spring in here is way heavier, so it's going to need a little bit more power than just a stock AEG. In which I can use this battery on there, but you don't really need to, because you might strip the piston in that because it is plastic. This piston inside here is metal. And besides internal upgrades, I did also external upgrades, painting the insides of that. Outsides, put this on here, and the flashlight is dead right now, and filled this up. But this ain't nothing new. You can get this on the stock AEG, and that one has a little bit of foam in there too. But besides that, that's like everything I've done to this gun, and it's pretty nice. And what was I going to say? Oh, the MOSFET. Yes, this MOSFET does have many settings on it. This is the T238 version 1.42. You can get this for any AEG that's a version 2 gearbox, and it should fit. And it's a great MOSFET, and it's not going to break the bank. It's like maybe $40 or $30. You can get it off of AliExpress or T238 website. I got mine off of a different website though. You also might be able to get it from Evike too, but I'm not really sure. Which I'm gonna show real quick too. I'm gonna change the semi-auto to binary. And the trigger is so light that you don't really have to let go of it. You can just release just a little bit of force from it, and it's going to keep going. And the way I set it up too, I did have to add a little bit to the trigger, like some plastic, to get it to work out with this MOSFET. But I have another gun that has a different MOSFET. You wouldn't need to do any of that to it. So pretty much all these upgrades to these guns, once I get back inside, I'm going to show like a motor, if you don't know what a motor looks like, and all that if you're new. And I don't have no more DSGs because I sold them all, but DSGs are basically, I'll probably just insert a picture and a screenshot into the video of it because I don't have one myself. But many of the upgrades, DSG will be a lot harder if you're new. Adding a motor is pretty simple if you know how to, if you got the tools for it. All you gotta do is take this out, remove the wires, and plug and play. And what else? Trigger, you gotta take the whole gun apart. And battery, you could just simply just get a new battery. But if you do get a new battery, you are more likely to strip your piston if it's plastic. And it's best when you're upgrading your guns, get a metal piston with just metal teeth. The rest of the piston can be plastic. Alright, so that's when I'm gonna go inside now. unfortunately, this battery has died on me. And also think about that, making sure the gun wasn't overheating. It does smell a little hot, but make sure when you get a battery like this LiPo, you get a LiPo battery charger for it, where you know it accepts these, and you don't put it into that because you will definitely blow up. But besides that, it's perfectly fine to use. And LiPo batteries will wear out in about a year to 2 years with using them, because that battery, it dies so fast. It's fully charged too before I even started this video, and it's already dead. So you will have to buy more batteries probably every 2 years, and it's about time for me to do the same, even with this battery inside this gun. But it's a lot better because I don't use it with high demanding builds such as this and 2 other guns that I have. But we're just going to mag dump this, and we're going to send everything inside so I can show you what upgrades and what they look like that you can do to your airsoft gun. For reference, these are motors, and for example, this one I took it all apart and rebuilt it, but I'm not sure how good it is. But depending on like the description of the motor, it can either be a high torque or high speed, and this is a high speed motor. I don't really test it out a lot. This is just a stock motor, but it does have a little bit of torque to it. And when I was talking about gears, you can also get gears with a lower gear ratio, and I believe this is a 12-to-1 gear ratio. Let's check real quick. Yeah, I think it is. I just took out the level gear. Yep, this is a 12-to-1 gear ratio, and these are just SHS gears. And if you're not looking for those type of performance upgrades, make your gun faster but stronger instead, here are some springs. Springs that look like this. They're usually like $10. They don't really cost that much. Right here I do have some more springs. I think these are just stock springs, but what else? This right here is 13-to-1 gears, Big Dragon. And basically when you take your gun apart, you see this, and this is just a gearbox if you don't know. Another upgrade you can do is switching your cylinder to a full cylinder. Most guns, I'm not sure, you have to check, but most guns come with a ported cylinder, which will look like this. And you can see that and check if you take your upper receiver off and just check the upper of the gun to see. But besides that, I think that's pretty much it with all the upgrades. And as I was saying with LiPo batteries, make sure you have one of those chargers, because as you see, I have that same battery charging right now. And it's a smart charger, so you don't damage your LiPo battery too early. And these are what they call trigger contacts. These are stock trigger contacts that are used in airsoft guns. And if you don't want to go stock, you can get a MOSFET. I don't have a MOSFET example right now in here. I used to, but MOSFETs pretty much have fuses built into them, like on their boards and all that. They look a lot more fancier than just trigger contacts. So I think I've pretty much showed all the upgrades you can get to get your gun to be very faster than before. I don't have any like different triggers. These got stock triggers on here. Yeah, and just nozzles and stuff like that. But if I did, you know, you can definitely tell what a stock trigger looks like and what one doesn't. A flat one maybe look like not like this at all, and it have like some screws on it. Those are called advanced triggers. But and nozzles too. I think that's pretty much it. You can also upgrade your hop up, for example, like this, but you don't really need to if it's already fine. You probably have to if it's broken or something, or if you're really achieving to have amazing accuracy. Personally, I haven't changed any of my hop ups unless they were damaged, like one of my guns that I have now. But that's the only reason why I personally changed my hop up. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it of this video. I don't really see anything else I'm missing, but if it is, I might just write it out in a video somewhere. But that's gonna be it of this video, and yeah.